think my most impactful experience was leading a breakout group where there was about 8 people participating. It was a combination of people from Uganda and Kenya, and hearing really profound stories from the women in the group about essentially loss. It made me really reflective of the kind of, fundamentally the reason why I came to participate in this externship, which was about, in a way, domestic violence and the way violence impacts both child development and communities. And so as I listened to the stories, now the real exercise, in a way, an exercise about self of the therapist, which was developed by one of our hosts, Ronald Asamwe, who led us through a series of questions to look at our role as therapists in self-reflecting about our own attachment experiences. I was beyond awed. It was an awesome experience listening to therapists talk about the various ways loss had impacted their lives. One woman in particular talked about, at the age of 19, being assigned, really, a husband, and that unbeknownst to her, she was picked up one day by someone from her then-to-be husband's tribe and taken to him, and talks about the profound way she had always been sort of introspective, but how this developed her into a withdrawer, and how she had never loved her husband, but adapted to the marital arrangement, and how her internal process of being a withdrawer. I had always thought of myself as a withdrawer and had an island, but when this woman talked about her island, I realized there are great depths to withdrawers that I really had not appreciated. But there was a way. Her story was heard with a level of compassion, of deep understanding by the women in this group that reflected their own experience of losing mothers for various reasons, not being connected to their father for various reasons, and having, in a way, to adjust to life, the reality of their life. It gave me, in some ways, a profound understanding of the plight of women, perhaps in the group itself, the plight of women in Africa, but also the plight of Black women in the U.S. Stories that I could remember being told about the powerlessness, the violence, the having to adjust of women from faraway continents. I think I'm still learning that. I'm still taking that in as something about what Ronald Asamwe has suggested, this idea of violence, compassion, and validation, that these kinds of things we bring, that is the compassion, the ability to validate and to appreciate, if not respond to, the need for being seen, and of promoting value.